What's up, my friends? How you doing? How you doing tonight? It is Wednesday evening, and yeah, hope you guys are doing well. First things first, let me grab the live stream link, share that in the Discord, and then we'll do our hellos. All right, there we go. That's done. So, let us say hello. What up, Yamagoro, Millmaster, Jess, Gossett, Zircon, Teferi, Machine, Stormtrooper, Potts, Kensuke, Eng, Gerthulu, Maka, Sum, Ned, Thompson, Finn, Khan, Juglum, Shelton, Golbez, Dave. What's up? What's going on? How you guys doing? How you guys doing on this fine Wednesday? I got some grape Kool-Aid. I've got a big fat box of mystery slash the list commons and uncommons that I've been hacking away at sorting. And I'm gonna be continuing the process while we chat here. Probably it depends on whether I get lazy and don't feel like doing it. But I put it in front of me so that I could, if I wanted to. It's trying to keep a Magic collection sorted nowadays is a Herculean task. That's what it feels like, especially with like the 18 different kinds of cards they have in every new set, and then the list stuff. I feel like something's going on with my throat today. Let me clear my throat. Have mercy, babe. What the hell? Remember that song? That song's where... God damn. Yeah, Project Booster Fun. That's a whole nother level. They started out with the mystery boosters, and then they started putting list cards in all the different sets, and it is impossible to keep up with. What up, Dabbins? Dave, you're trying to catalog your whole collection so you can sell it? Well, I mean, it's going to be pretty challenging to sell without sorting it, right? Unless you just want to dump it on somebody and not worry about it. But then you're not going to get all your value, right? Jess, you only have 600 Magic cards after getting rid of your bulk? Well, you're right that makes it much easier to sort the stuff, right? When you don't have that much to keep track of. But no, that's definitely not the world I'm living in. I got so many of these that I got to separate the commons and the uncommons together, because like the mystery boosters had 1,000 different cards in them, right? Like keeping track of all this nonsense. It's too much, buddy. It's too much. I don't see it stopping anytime soon either, right? They're just gonna keep going. Making more nuttiness. Damn. So annoying, bro. So annoying. So they released like 2 more secret layers, and they put the spoilers out for them, and I'm feeling too burnt on it to even bother right now, where I'm just like, I don't feel like spending the night talking about the newest secret layers. I'm good with either covering a video at some point or just, I don't have to talk about every single secret layer that they do, man. Gianna, your allergies are killing you. You think everybody in your block cut grass today? It's a conspiracy. They're going to take you down. Oh, Jess, you're going to use your bonus check to build Ansreg, huh? The crazy mole? The crazy never-ending attack mole? They really do make the cards more powerhouse nowadays. Way more powerhouse. Things have changed very much when it comes to Magic. I remember when a card like this was impressive to me. Wow, one of each color for an 8/8? Wow! And now it's like unplayable garbage. Not that it was ever like top tier stuff, but you know what I'm saying. What up, Everyday? How you doing, buddy? What? Feudal, you wish they'd do public planes instead? Who cares about people getting together and deciding what a planes is going to look like, bro? Finn, now you get an 8/8 for 3 and a green. Now you get an 8/8 for 1 mana. All you have to do is blink twice. Yeah, the cards they make now are so strong. Even the commons and uncommons have been moving up the strength chain, bro. You meant it as a different name for secret layers? Well, that definitely was not obvious to me, bro. That definitely wasn't obvious to me. I read that as literally public planes. Commander is wrecking the power and toughness curve? Yeah, well, I mean, to move the needle in Commander takes different choices than to move the needle in Standard, right? And the fact that they're also doing it for Modern as well. It's pretty absurd. Because, yeah, cards that are good in one-on-one aren't going to do very much when you've got 2 extra opponents. They become underwhelming. So you need that power. And they're just going to keep doing it. They're just going to keep ramping it, bro. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Power creep is just going to be met with more power creep to sell packs because it's all short-term decisions, right? It's all short-term decisions. Nothing's based on longevity or expectations of like, you know what, we'll make a little less money now to deliver something better and make more money over the long term. That's not the mentality. That's not the mentality. Golbez, yep, that's the deal now. They just make cards that are like, you can't ignore them. You can't ignore them for Commander. So they just keep making more must-include style cards. And the only way to dislodge those from people's decks is to make more cards that basically outmode that kind of stuff. So Commander players for a long time were like, I wish Wizards would make more stuff for us. And now they're like, how about we only make things for you? How about in a standard set, we put 60 legendaries into it and go, hey, how's this feel? Is this working for you? Is this working for you? So yeah, man, it's not a problem that really is going to get solved at all, really. They're gonna keep cranking it until regular Commander feels like the competitive Commander with the busted insano nonsense. Once upon a time, Commander used to get its cards by them making their way through Standard, other stuff like that. Oh, here you go. You can Commander, you can just pick from whatever. But now they're like, every Commander is the most popular format and casual Magic is the most popular, and that's what we should. It's like, bro, it got that way because of what you were doing. So why are you changing what you're doing? That was working. People were happy with that. Like, what's the plan here? What's the plan here? What is your plan? Obviously, the plan is to just juice Commander endlessly. Bo Valgan Super Chat says, I've been waiting, but nobody else wants to start the battle. Well, the battle has been commenced by you, Bo Falcon. You have claimed the board. Some nights people are fighting right out the gates before I show up, and other nights they're chilling and biding their time. But you're not having it, man. You're not having it. You ain't waiting. There we go. Hold on. Let me heart that super chat. All right, Bo. You are Lord of the Board. Thanks, buddy. Scorbageist, there ain't no plan. There absolutely is. They definitely have a plan. Are you kidding me? It's not random. It's not random. Just because it's a bad plan that looks awful doesn't mean they don't have a plan. They absolutely have a plan. Bo, how many cards does Desolator have now that he won last night? 2. That was his second win, bro. That was his secondary win. What up, Nightcrow? How's it going, buddy? So yeah, I mean the fact that people can't just go in and pick up a standard deck and play, they don't make challenger decks. Like we don't make decks like that because like we can't make the decks that actually work and are playable because we just refuse to. We refuse to because we want to jank as much money as we can from the secondary market. And if we print decks with like that are actually playable, that means we have to give you some of the cards that are actually valuable. And we absolutely don't want to do that anymore, right? It's nutty to think that once upon a time they would sell you challenger decks that would like literally come with fetch lands in them and stuff, right? What up, Alan? Hey, Gianna gifted a membership to Yamagoro. Nicely done. Gianna, you are the member lord. Yamagoro, the doctors don't know what's going on with your cousin. I know what's going on with your cousin. He got abducted by aliens and they put a disease in his butt because the aliens have determined that your family is awful garbage and they need to be removed from the planet. And I gotta say, I mean, with their alien technology, they're probably right. So, like, fuck you and your family, bro. I stand with the aliens. Hashtag, I stand with the aliens. Your gene pool needs to be wiped out by the aliens, Yamagoro. Don't take it personally. They have the technology. It's nothing personal. Like, I don't hate you, but the aliens do. And I accept their judgment upon you and yours. Golbez, you stand with loot. Oh, that's great. Excellent. Here you go. Enjoy standing with loot with your fucking 10-minute timeout, son. There you go. There you go. You want your fucking special attention. Go in the shut your mouth zone. Go in the shut your dirty hooker mouth zone. Right, I stand with loot. You stand with a stick up your butt. That's what you do. You stand on a ladder and then squat over a broom and see how much you can get up inside you. I don't know why you do it, but I'm guessing that the broom got all the way up into your brain and just started knocking on your brain, which is why you're going, hey, I stand with loot. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door, except heaven's door is your fucking brain and it's being knocked on by a broom. Oh, look at Juggling being all nice. Oh, you're pretty awesome. Just wanted to say, glad you're here. What a sweet guy. Going around kissing the buttocks of everybody in the stream. What a fucking sweetheart. Sorting these cards. Alan, hate to say it, but after Hasbro and Wizards act ridiculous, you don't pay any money into Magic and your LGS is full of proxy decks. It's not the, your store isn't the only place that's happening, bro. That seems to be more and more. Like, I remember when the game store I went to would have F&M popping off all the time. And like you standard was the thing you'd be able to guaranteed to be able to play. Always. You're always going to be able to find standard. Maybe not other things, but standard will be there. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, get your standard action. No problem. No problem. But now you can find Commander. That's what you can find reliably. And that's it. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, Millmaster says, how could we tar and loot someone? Well, obviously you'd need a big bucket of tar. And then you'd need a whole bunch of, like, loots. So you can either do it with the cards or you can do it with the stuffies. Carly, you get out of here. You get out of here. None of that. None of that. All right, Millmaster, you're the new lord of the board, buddy. Carly, because that turns into a whole different thing. That turns into a completely different thing. That's why none of your nonsense. That's why none of your nonsense. What's wrong with loot? Alan, everything, bro. Everything. The fact that you have to ask means that you need to get your head checked. What do you mean? He's the ultimate part of the story. He's got that stupid, awful artwork. It's complete garbage, and Wizards is like, just buy our stupid stuffed toys. It's lazy, absolute garbage. Here's the culmination of a story. Jason Vraska can't conceive, and they talk to their mom about how sad they are about it. Sorry, I thought this was like big Phyrexian invasion story and stuff. No, shut up. Jason Vraska can't have a baby. Who cares? You do. And they're gonna take a raccoon with Down syndrome and they're gonna abduct it and go, it wants it. It wants to be our baby. So now we can use it as a tool. Like, they try and play it off like, oh, we're freeing it and we're helping it. But they totally just plan to use it as a fucking tool. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So they just go, oh, this is the space baby. And it's just like, what? What is this? Oh, we're going on a train heist. Yeehaw, to get a piece to go and find this vault. What's in the vault? Well, you know all those treasure cards that we showed you in the set? None of those are in the vault. When you read the story, it's just loot. It's just loot. And then once loot's out of the vault flies away into space. Wow, loot's a map of the Omen Pass, Vraska. We can go wherever we want, even though I'm a planeswalker and can take you wherever I want with you anyways. And even though the Omen Pass already lead everywhere anyways, but somehow this is a big game changer and it's romantic and awesome. And now I have to read idiots' stupid comments being excited. It's so exciting that Jason Vraska have a baby now and I can't wait to see where this goes. There's not going to be any satisfying follow-up to it. It's all garbage. It's all garbage. Kansuki, yep, the natural flow and lulls of the formats changing and the sets changing. There was some predictability to it, but Wizards decided that they just want to basically bilk everybody as much as they can and provide you essentially nothing in return but poor card quality garbage, because it's just a bunch of corporate hoe bags at the top who want our dollars but don't want to give us anything reasonable for those dollars. Pretty obnoxious. Finn, you're not sure if I'm making this up. Listen! Fucking listen! I didn't make this shit up. I know it sounds made up. You gotta understand. The new lore is so fucked. That I quit covering new lore. Bro, the Nashi story broke me. I literally, in the middle of the story, just started writing disdainful lore. Instead of telling the story in an enjoyable way, I got so pissed off. Listen, I'll tell you the fucking Nashi episode. Here's how it goes. It starts out with Nashi in the fucking desert, and Tamio's ghost is all like, the memory of Tamio's like, you can do it. You can learn growth magic or whatever. And Nashi's like, oh, okay, cool. And then Nashi hears like, oh, there's a bottle of juice somewhere. What? Yeah, somebody named Lila has a bottle of juice or something. Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to take my Kama guy with Cyberdong stuff and I'm going to head on over to the ultra mega ultraplex on this world that has only been inhabited for a year, but somehow has a gigantic building that encompasses like sports arenas, dance clubs, all this stuff. It's 10 floors tall, and they have a fucking elevator with like a key card access like you have at the job you hate, right? Where you gotta have the key card to get to the floor. But don't worry, because Nashi uses his technology to hack this super techno elevator inside the Wild West world where all the buildings are made of wood. So Nashi goes up to the 10th floor looking for the juice. But before he goes into the room where he thinks the juice is, he puts one of his drones into the vents. Into the vents so he can have the drone go through the vents and look into the other room. So the drone looks into the other room, and guess what? Catherine Zeta-Jones red trigger lights. Oh, gotta put on the cat suit. So those don't mean anything because Nashi just steps into the room and steps over the light and sees the juice on the table. And he's like, I gotta get me that juice. So he tries to get the juice, but guess what? Guess what? The entire room shatters. It shatters. It's an illusion. You know, because Obeka the Chrono Mage, you know, the person who has time magic, you know how time magic is used to create illusions, right? Not, yeah, I know you think it's illusionists, but no. Time magic creates the illusion of a different looking room. So he's like, I'm going to grab the juice. But then it's Obeka going, guess what, dickhead? I've got the juice. And then Nashi's like, oh no, that's bullshit. And goes, drones, get the juice. Is juice a euphemism? No. It's a bottle of red magic juice, Connor. It's a bottle of magic juice that's supposed to do something. It's supposed to do something for Nashi. So there's this bottle of juice, and Obeka's like, oh, I got the juice. And Nashi's like, drones, get me the juice. So the drone goes in, whoop, and grabs the juice out of her hand. And then she's like, bitch, I'm a time mage. And reverses time, and the drone goes back in time, and the juice goes back into her hand. And she's like, whatever, dickhead, and like just punches him or something. And then Nashi's like, oh, I suck, bro. I suck. So he leaves, and he goes home. And then he's just like, I know what I should do. I'll just make my drones really powerful. And then he goes back to Obeka, and he drops his invisibility. I know it sounds confusing for me to just say he drops his invisibility, but that's what they do in the story. Nashi never makes himself invisible. He goes back to Obeka with his souped up drones, and he just makes himself not invisible anymore. He's just in front of her. I'm not invisible anymore. And it's like, what? What the fuck? And then he's like, thanks. You're the one who gave me the idea to make my drones better. And it's like, okay. And then Nashi makes a bunch of illusions, and Obeka just punches at them. And then Nashi takes the juice and leaves. And Obeka, who literally reversed time before to get the juice back, forgets that she has time magic abilities. And then Tamio goes, you did it, Nashi, you won. And then Nashi leaves Thunder Junction forever. That's the actual fucking story. Like, that's the actual fucking story, bro. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what fucking happens. Obeka just doesn't reverse time. She just doesn't do it. She punches at illusions, and then when she realizes they're illusions, she just doesn't reverse time. So Nashi gets to leave with the juice, which, by the way, will never come up or mean anything ever. Wasn't that satisfying? Wasn't that satisfying? MS Super Chat says, I don't know what else you could add to this, what? I don't know what you could add to this to get more out of it. What do you mean? I don't even, MS, did I give you a stroke by telling you that story, bro? Where'd I put the marker? Well, either way, you're the new lord of the board. So, like, the story of Thunder Junction is brain damaged all the way through. It's brain damaged all the way through. You've got Rakdos, the muscle, except he's not the muscle because he doesn't do jack, man. In the first bit of the story, they have him go, hey, I'm going to walk up to the door. Are you guys in there talking? Looks like you guys are in there talking. I don't like it. And then he punches Ral. He shows up and punches Ral. That's all he does. And then they're doing a train heist. Which they literally could use Rakdos for the train heist. He's a giant demon. Just grab the train and mess it up, Rakdos. No problem. But they don't bring Rakdos. They have Breaches blow up a bridge in front of the train. And then they have Gisa and Giraffe, the necromancers. They have them animate a bunch of dead that don't exist here because this was an uninhabited plane. Wizard said, this plane's uninhabited. Nobody lives here. And so there can't be bodies. There can't be bodies to be reanimated. But they reanimate a whole bunch of bodies to stop the train. And then later in the story, Gisa and Giraffe go, hey, why is there a graveyard with bodies in it? This world's uninhabited. And it's like, you don't get to do that. You don't get to go, why are there bodies here to animate and whatever, and why is there a graveyard? When you literally animated bodies that couldn't exist before in the story. What? You've got Oko the shapeshifter, who doesn't use his shape-shifting abilities to turn into like a bird and stuff when he's jumping off a train. He has vine magic that's more powerful than Kellen's magic, but he has to be saved by Kellen with Kellen's vine magic, and it just keeps getting dumber. In the trailer, they show Rakdos stopping a train. They show Rakdos jumping on a train and stopping it, but in the story, he's just not there for the train robbery. They have Rakdos off screen for everything. When they finally get to Tarnation at the end of the story, Rakdos isn't there. So there's this big fight, and it's like Kellen fights against Akul, the leader of the Hellspurs or whatever, and then it's just like, okay, all right. Like, Oko's a planeswalker, though. He could use his... No, Oko has to, let himself get captured. Why? They all just walk into Tarnation like it's nothing, but then Kellen is not rude enough to somebody, so now they're gonna fight, but now he's got to fight the leader, and then the Greywater boys show up, and then in the next installment, which no time has elapsed and we're still in Tarnation, Rakdos is there. He's always been there. He just didn't fucking do anything, so they can have a moment where he fights Akul. You can't, man. You can't do this shit. It makes no fucking sense. None of it makes any sense. They're all there because Ashiok hired Oko to hire everybody else, but they have no money. Alan Foster's super chat says, sounds like a horrible D&D game was played. D&D games are more coherent than this. Nobody would write this stupid garbage themselves that way, like when they're playing D&D as a group, because they go, wait, that doesn't make sense. So Ashiok hired Oko, who then hired everybody else for $1 or whatever. And they throw away the story from the end of Wilds of Eldraine. At the end of Wilds of Eldraine, you have Ashiok literally saying to Ariad, I'm taking you away from this prison. I'm going to make you a queen in another land. And then, nope, took her to Thunder Junction to play the fucking piano. And then when she sees Kellen, I remember fighting you on Eldraine. I would have asked for more money. You fuckers are getting paid what? Oko $1? What are they paying you in? What the fuck are they paying you with? You're all from different worlds. What currency are they possibly giving you? Also, what do you pay a demon? What do you pay a fucking demon? And Kervik's there? Why is Kervik there? Sartoru's there? Why is Sartoru there? Everybody, why are you here? So Annie's hired for ability to see through illusions, which makes no sense. It doesn't even matter. It's so fucking irrelevant. It's so irrelevant. But ultimately what happens is they get to Tarnation, they get to the vault after all this stuff. And that's when it's the most amazing reveal happens, where they go, guess what? Ashiok was actually Jace. Sorry, you mean Jace, the super powerful mind mage who could have done all of this on his own? He could have tracked down the information by reading people's mind, could have walked into Tarnation as a fucking planeswalker, completely dominated the minds of everybody in there, and just gotten what he wanted from the get-go. So you're telling me that instead of Jace doing that, he masqueraded as Ashiok. And you have Annie Flash, who sees Ashiok. Jace is masquerading as Ashiok. Annie Flash has an eye that sees through illusions, but she just doesn't see through the illusion. But then when Jace drops the illusion to go, I'm Jace, Annie goes, I can see through that illusion. The Jace underneath is scarred. Why are you hiding that for him? And you're like, go fuck yourself. She couldn't see through the first illusion? Really? People were trying desperately to make that make sense, where they're like, well, no, like, She was just too busy looking at Oko. No. She is totally going into a huge group of outlaws, and she's presented as somebody who is not an outlaw and is there reluctantly. She would absolutely be on guard against everybody, and there's no reason she would not use her illusion dispelling magic to make sure all these random people she didn't know were who they said they were. But nope, she just didn't look through Jace's illusion because fuck you, our reveal, bitch, right? So Vraska's there, by the way, and she's completely healed of Phyrexianness. And in the article on the website, they say Vraska got cured of being a Phyrexian somehow. That's what Wizards said in their official talking about the story article stuff. So Jace was pretending to be Ashiok to get the contents of the vault. Now, like I said, you got all these magic swords and dinosaurs and crap they said were in the vault. Look at all this stuff. None of it's in there. The only thing that's in there? Fucking loot. A little fur bag raccoon. So they're just like, this is our baby now. This is our baby because I told my mom we couldn't have babies. This is our baby and it'll let us be planeswalkers together again because you know how all this Omen Pass just opened up? Well, Loot's been in this vault for 10,000 years, but he's actually the map to the Omen Paths. What? Yeah, he's the maps to the Omen Paths. Okay. And how does Oko handle all this? Well, Oko finds out he's been betrayed, and Vraska stares at him with the Gorgon stare. Get stoned, motherfucker! And then Oko starts to turn to stone at his feet. And he's like, oh no, I'm turning to stone. And he keeps turning to stone. He's like, oh no, I'm turning to stone. And he keeps turning to stone. And then it's like it was an itsy bitsy eeny weeny turning into stone bikini. And it went all the way to his neck. And when it gets to his neck, he goes, I gotta planeswalk away. And like as soon as Vraska and Jace are gone, he just planeswalks immediately back and he's fine. And they're just like, why are you fine? Oh, because my shape-shifting powers stop petrification. Oh, so you didn't have to planeswalk away and you could have instantly shape-shifted to stop the... Shut up! No! Listen! No! We needed that dramatic, like, what's gonna happen to me, bro? I'm getting hard. Like, what? Just planeswalks away. He comes back. He's fine. You've got Kellen, who now has straight-up domination magic. So he dominates a Cool, the big evil scorpion lord who's responsible for the death of thousands of people. And then he has this idiotic moment where he goes, hey, do I have the right to take a life? What's up, Ziria? He goes, do I have the right to take a life? As he's thinking about a Cool, and he's like, I can't just let him go. I have him dominated. I can't just let him go. Do I have the right to do this? And it's just like, Kellen, we watched you in the Lost Caverns of Ixalan hacking vampires out of the air the way I would fucking swat away a fly. Like, he's literally chopping vampires to bits. And these were humans at one point who got turned into vampires. And this big, ugly fucking Mongo dragon scorpion that's responsible for thousands of death, you're like, do I have the right to... You can't do that now, bro. You can't have, like, you slaughtered a witch like it was nothing. We've watched you murder a bunch of people, bro. We've watched you kill ruthlessly. You don't get to have this moment and have it be cool. And then Kellen goes, I can't let him go. So he forces a Cool to go into the vault. And then, for literally no reason at all, lava falls on the vault, and then the vault flies into outer space. And I wish I was joking. But that's what happens. That's what happens in the story. Kellen forces a Cool into the vault, and the vault flies the fuck away. Loot's the key to everything. Don't you want it? Isn't it so cool? It's Jason Vraska's baby because her womb is barren. Where do you go from there? Like, what the fuck, man? It's insane. It's insane. Brent, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. When it's time for the murder hobo to have an obligatory moral quandary, it's like that crap they did in the Brothers' War where they wanted us to be impressed by Kaya's transformation of character where we've watched Chaos slaughter entire like ghost mansions. Everybody in this mansion's a ghost. Blades out, killing them all. Wipes out the leaders of the Orzhov Guild. Then we've got the Brothers War Story. Chaos sees a ghost and she's like, I'm gonna kill it. And Saheeli's like, calm down, bitch. Don't kill it. And she's like, I'm gonna kill it. And she keeps trying to kill this ghost over and over and over. And then Saheeli manages to get her to stop. And the ghost is like, I hate Urza. And they're like, what? You hate Urza? Yeah, I hate Urza. And it's like, why? Because of my sons. And then Kaya goes up to him and fucking stabs him in the heart, but holds him going, shh, shh. And she's like, will I see my sons again? And she's like, shh, shh, shh. Like fucking closing his eyes and stuff and laying him down. And then she was changed. Bitch, what? What is this? They did the Brothers War Story, but they wanted to hate Urza during it. They got Saheeli talking shit going, Urza's a piece of garbage. He made a stupid, dangerous time machine, man. I make something beautiful way better. But the idiots writing it don't know that when you say something like that, you need to back it up or it's going to look pretty clownish. When Urza did tons and tons of time experiments and Saheeli couldn't keep her time machine together for more than like 3 uses. On like the 3rd use, the machine blew the fuck up and it lost Teferi through time and space. They literally just lost Teferi. They fucking lost him. But the story's like, Saheeli's better than Urza. No, she's not. You didn't even write it like she is. And that shit was better than this. The Thunder Junction stuff is crackheaded nonsense. I can't believe they thought it was going to be a cool reveal. It's not, by the way. It's slush art. The reason we got Ashiok Jace in Thunder Junction is because they had Ashiok Jace as a Phyrexian. They cut off the Phyrexian tentacles because it was actually supposed to be Jace masquerading as Ashiok using Elish Norn's fear of Elspeth to mentally destroy her. That was what was supposed to happen, right? He was supposed to dominate and Elspeth was supposed to sacrifice herself to the Sylex. You can literally see Elspeth being unmade by the Sylex, but nope. The Sylex went out into the blind eternities when Elspeth grabbed it like a football and ran outside the blind eternities. But it blew up in the blind eternities and it screwed up everybody's planeswalker sparks. But not everybody. You don't know who, but almost everybody. But not, what's her name? Not Nahiri though. Nahiri put her spark into a stone. What? Yeah, no, Nahiri put her spark into a stone. Then what happened? Then she dropped it. Bitch, what? Yeah, she dropped it. And what did that do? It broke the rock and her spark's gone. What? Also, she's cured of Phyrexia. How? Her arms were spikes. I don't know, bro. She farted it off or something. Like, what the fuck, man? Millmaster Super Chat said there's nowhere to go. You're a killer who got his cheeks took. Tookity, tookity, took. You're the new Lord of the Board, big boy. So yeah, it's like, it's the most incoherent garbage fucking nonsense where they just want to be like, this plane's totally uninhabited. And it's like, okay, so if this plane's uninhabited and it has no previous culture, then why does everybody become a brain dead idiot? Like, imagine you left your city. Imagine a magical portal opened up. And holy shit, man. Story's so hazy, it's making my stream blurry. Imagine you had, come on, bro. Imagine you had like a, this is obnoxious. Imagine you had a magical portal that showed up in your town and it led to another uninhabited world and you needed to go there and build your homes. Would you, A, use the current construction technology from your current society, or B, build rickety-ass fucking wooden buildings that you know will catch on fire and people will die in? Like going back to the Elizabethan ages and shit. Like, which do you do? Which do you do? Well, we're going to bring over the high-tech trains, but everybody's going to be in wooden buildings. What? Yeah, and literally everybody dresses like cowboys. Sorry, what? Why? Is there any reason for any of this? Yeah, because we want to sell cards with No. In the fucking story. Is there any reason that everybody is dressed like cowboys? Well, you see, we want to sell... No, in the story. Hey, Rakdos is the muscle. Ain't that cool, buddy? It's the worst. It's the worst. Like the story is just, it's maddening. It's maddening. As somebody who genuinely enjoys story and pays attention, it's like, it's the most incoherent garbage. And it's so obnoxious to see people enjoying it. It makes me annoyed when I see people enjoying it because I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Like, for real. Are you a brain dead moron? How do you fucking enjoy this? How do you enjoy them spitting in your mouth and it making no fucking sense? Like zero, like fucking none, like none. The Ashiok reveal wasn't satisfying, and Loot is the epitome of garbage. Like, we want a Pokermans. We want a pokety poke man, and you're gonna buy it. Buy our stupid plushies, you butt plug. Dave Ross, a serious question. What would it take for you to quit Magic and make your show about something else? I understand it would be a tough transition. Honestly, I don't 100% know, but I'm not going to pretend like I don't think about that kind of stuff because for real, I have a lot of fun playing Magic, right? A lot of fun playing with my cube. I enjoy Magic cards, but the stories and the card quality and everything else are so bad. They're so bad that I don't know. I don't know what it would take for me to quit Magic, but I know every day we turn further away from the face of Richard Garfield's perfection and more into the demon pit of corporate greed nonsense. And I don't know, man. It's like Wizards is trying to court new demographics. They want younger folk who don't care about fucking stories or coherence because they just watch 15-second TikTok clips. So you don't need anything to connect to anything else. It's just, here's a moment. Here's a chick's boobs. Here's a guy throwing something off a building. Here's somebody farting into a bag. Here's a guy putting 6 words on the screen going, don't touch llamas with your balls. You know, and just girls going, like, society's fucked. Society's fucked because these idiots are going to be the ones running everything. And they're just going to be dumb bitches raised by fucking algorithms that are just trained to hit you at 14-second moments to keep you fucking scrolling through this endless hamster wheel of nothing. Nothing. It's nothing. It's like eating an imaginary bag of chips. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it would take to make me quit Magic. I think that I'd be more likely to quit Magic content than Magic itself. Like, I'm not going to get rid of my cube. I'm still going to have an awesome time with it. Like, Wizards has fucked up so badly that they took somebody like me who was very staunchly like, yo, Magic's awesome. I want genuine Magic cards. I'll buy every set into, you make a bunch of fucking garbage. And now I'm pro people having proxies. Like 100% down with people having proxies, myself included. I'd still love to have the original cards, but there's no part of me that's like, I'm gonna wait. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. I'm gonna get my proxies. I'm gonna have a good time. I ain't worrying about shit. It's ridiculous. Yeah, burn, exactly. They're going the Funko route, the Munchkin route or whatever, where it's just like, yo, let's just do crossovers. Buy our thing. We don't need to make Magic coherent or whatever because we're not even trying to get like, we don't care. Everyone plays Commander, and Commander players don't even know how to play Magic. They just sit around having a 4-player fucking tickle fest where you go, oh, I'm attacking you for 1, and I'm attacking you for 1. Well, I'm attacking you for 7 because you farted on my couch yesterday. Like, this used to be a cool game about us being super powerful planeswalkers, and now it's a stupid dick-tickling nonsense Commander fest. Commander's so stupid. It's so stupid. 4 people just sitting around, not knowing how their fucking cards work, and nobody's trying to win. What? What happened? What happened? Everybody gets a participation trophy. It's not fair that you attack me when I'm trying to do my win con. I just wanna play my cards. I just want to play my cards and be ignored by you guys until I win. Kami, you stopped playing Arena because of the big score and all the uncommon mythics? Yeah, the big score. The big score was supposed to be an extra set to milk us. That's the thing. That loot reveal was supposed to be the reveal for the big score. It was supposed to end, like, the story was supposed to end when they had the key, and then the follow-up would be going to Tarnation and finding loot in the vault and the grand reveal that Ashiok was Jace. And it's like, that's your follow-up story? And then when they're like, you guys aren't going to pay overpriced prices for 5-card booster packs? What? Fuck you then. We're going to make them all mythic. We're putting every card. These would have been uncommon, but we're putting them in a mythic now because go to hell. Like, it's like they begrudge the fact that they can't fucking rob us blind. Like, they're resentful of the fact that, oh, what? We can't fucking skis you super hard? That's not okay. We need to take your money. We need to take your money for our shareholders while we try and get the attention of dumb children who are like, I don't pay attention to anything about the cards. I don't even really know how my cards work, but I like loot. I think he's cool. Well, have fun. Here's your fucking helmet, buddy. Right? Like that's who Wizards is going for. People whose brains don't work who go, I got loot. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. What? You care about a gratifying story and whatever? Pfft, that's lame, bro. I'm gonna go watch some chicks jugs on TikTok and then watch a guy lick a hot dog. It's like, okay, have fun with that. I'm a fucking dinosaur now, son. I'm a fucking dinosaur. Because that shit is fucking garbage. It's garbage. So yeah, Magic turning into, we don't have to care about our story at all. Listen, this doesn't have to make sense why everybody's here because it's called the theme set. And we're going to do one of these once a year. And we're also going to do travelogue sets, which also will be an excuse to not have anything make sense. But guess what? Death race. You ready for a monster truck race across your 3 favorite planes? Yeah, sure am. I'm sure it'll have a gratifying story that makes sense. It doesn't need that. Cars go beep beep. Ah, memes, kids, memes. Oh, look, Comic Sans. Hey, this is good. This is good, right? It's fucking awful, man. Just awful. That's right, Burn. They've got a place called Tarnation. Like, what in Tarnation? Because they're clever. You don't think that's amazing? Because I'm sure there's a bunch of people, wow, that's great. Oh, so yeah, man. Like, it's insane. It's insane how lazy and garbagey it's become overall. Like, for real. Thunder Junction, while it has fun cards to play with, has no fucking sense to it whatsoever. And there's like, it's got 50 commanders in it. But it's definitely a normal standard set, though. That's right, King Nothing. What in Tarnation? What's in Tarnation? A vault with a stupid space baby named Loot that idiots can love. Because you have to be a fucking moron to love that thing, right? That's the only possible. No, but look, it's cute and I like it. It's real magical and fun. I'm very happy that Jason, Vraska, and Loot are now an unconventional family. They're child abductors who plan to use them as a tool, but do go on. Tool is Loot spelled backwards even. Surprise. And they're like, we can use him to reset the multiverse. The multiverse has already been reset into garbage with all the Omen Paths. we're going to make Ravnica the hub of all the Omen Paths because there's tons of Omen Paths opening up here, but not elsewhere. Oh, look, millions of Omen Paths opened up to Thunder Junction and everybody's there. Okay, is this going to have any effect on anything? Nope. But there's a vault that's been here for 10,000 years in this uninhabited place where the fucking space ogres left their fur bag GPS or something. Okay. All right then. Thompson Super Chat says, good to see you tonight. I had a productive day doing research for my dissertation. Well, it's good to be productive, buddy. And thanks for the Super Chat. You're the new Lord of the Board. That's right. See Sum's Junction story is awful. Just awful. Once upon a time, they had internal consistency with their story. They actually had a department that was in charge of that. But we got into this really weird point where the story on the cards seemed like it was all right, but it didn't match up with the written story, where they're just like, so the Brothers War cards don't match up with the Brothers War written story. And like, well, we have different things that we want to accomplish with this story. And it's like, no. Your story needs to match up with the fucking cards. That's super important. This is the story of the Brothers War. Okay, so cool. What's the story going to be? Well, the first 40% is going to be about Urza's angry wife, who we're totally going to act like Urza's a piece of garbage and not like Kayla is, even though she's a bitch who drugged her husband, sold him out to his brother, slept with his brother, got a child by him, and then Urza was a good enough guy that he loved her enough that he still took care of her and his brother's kid. But no, she wants the story. He's like, no. Kayla's like, Urza sucks and he's the worst. Also, I learned magic before everybody. Really? How'd you do that? I held a stone and it got real hot. It got real hot. Okay. And it burned me. Okay, so you're dumb. No, but listen. It got hot and it burned me. So I also learned healing magic. So I went, make the rock hot. Ha, ow, ow. Healy. Oh, make the rock hot. Ow. Healy. And that's how I became an amazing magus. And it's like, okay. All right. Like, what is this? You watch the trailers for this stuff? None of it matches up. It's all random nonsense. It's all random. We still don't know who the voice in the Ozolith was. We never will. Luca's fucking dead. He was thrown away. That Bonder shit where they're just like, let's take this artwork from Wilds of Eldraine 2 and we'll create the Bonder concept. And we'll have Luca with this tiger cat in the artwork where this cat loves him and he loves the cat. And then like when you actually read the story, he hates the cat. And you're like, oh, this is going to be cool because he hates him at first for good reasons, but then they're going to become friends. And then you check out the story and you're like, hates the cat, the cat died. And you're just like, where's the part where he becomes friends and paints his face like him and stuff? You know, like on the cards you showed us where they have like the affection for each other? Nope, written story. Hates the cat. Cat gets his fucking head cut off. He doesn't even love it after that. And it's like, what? Kami, no, they don't make their own stories for other IPs. When it comes to other IPs, they just want to fucking milk it. So they're going to try. They actually try with other things. Do I think they're chat GPTing the story and never reading it? No, I think they're paying random people to write the story. The random people who write the story aren't given much information at all, really, to work on. So they just make up whatever, and Wizards doesn't care. And they go, we got a story, it counts. So it's like high school level assignments. You technically did the assignment. Check mark. That's it. It's insane. Like, they wanted to completely get rid of lore. Like, we shouldn't have to spend any money on the story. And it's like, this is what makes people connect more with your game and your cards, right? Like, people, we should do Assassin's Creed. People like Assassin's Creed because of, like, the story and everything that happens in it, right? All these IPs that you want to take from all have stories that people like because they built their worlds and filled them with story. You see, the stuff that you used to do. Like, it's insane. It's just like, no, look, Magic's just casual Commander goofbags, and we don't have to treat them with any level of respect because they're idiots. Give them garbage card quality. Story doesn't have to make any sense because Commander players are morons. That's Wizards' position. Wizards' position is Commander players are morons. We don't have to balance our game for them. We don't have to worry about fucking giving them a story or anything reasonable. We can just slap Commander products into everything and these fucking clowns will buy it. That is the message that Wizards is loudly broadcasting. They have no respect for Commander players' intelligence whatsoever, and they are happily farming them. That's it. That's the reality. They're like, hey, come play this game. Commander's the best format to get into the game. Now, I know we had Standard, and with Standard, you play a 60-card deck with 4 of, so you'd have to learn 10 to 12 cards for your deck, 10 to 12 cards for your opponent's deck. But just hear me out. Hear me out. What if everybody had 100-card decks, and they each had like 70 different cards that you had to learn, so you only had to deal with, 200 different moving pieces? This is a good way to start the game. This is a good onboarding situation, isn't it? Right? Like, they destroyed Standard, and then came out and were like, hey guys, hey, so we've got our own ideas internally, but we're just wondering, like, why do you guys think people aren't playing Standard in stores and stuff? Like, what do you guys think? We have our ideas. We know what's up, but we just want to know what you guys think. You know, just like, why do you think? Also, we've got really big plans, a whole bunch of plans to fix Standard. Standard is 3 years. We'll tell you the rest of the plan later. And it's like, why is it 3 years? Because we have a bunch of boxes we didn't sell from draft products and stuff. I mean, because that's what's best for getting Standard going. That's why. And it's like, do you plan to make Standard decks for people to get into Standard? No, we sell Commander decks along with everything. Dummy. Hi, I'm here to get into Standard. Okay, well, go fuck yourself. What? Yeah, that's our position. Buy packs or something, dickhead. There's no starting point. Just get a bunch of random singles and figure it out, asshole. Right? Like, it's insane. It's insane. They just did some market research and went, we decided everybody's Commander. Nothing has to make sense. It doesn't matter. And then they're just like, wait, no, but you guys still need to play Standard and buy these expensive boxes and stuff. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Why aren't you doing it? I mean, we strong-armed all the LGSs into forcing you guys into playing on Arena or they'd get kicked out of the WPN, right? We basically stole all their players and showed them they could play for free. And now we're like, go back to the stores. Chase after expensive Sheoldreds by buying box after box. Why aren't you doing it? You know, it's crazy. It's fucking insane, man. It's insane. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Commander's a fucking trash format. 4-player Magic sucks a big, dude. I hate it. Fucking hate it, man. Not interested in it. The only cool thing about Commander is that you get a wide variety of stuff. The singleton aspect of it is what makes it all right. But everything else is just, whatevs, man. Whatevs. If I play Commander, it'd be one-on-one, but I wouldn't be interested in the fucking hyper-competitive version of it either. Whatever. I'm glad I got my cube. At the end of the day, Wizards fucking killed Standard. And good luck bringing it back in any reasonable way, right? What are you going to do? Burn, yep, the days of F&Ms being filled up with people playing Standard are over. Now it's just go find a Commander pod to join if that's what you want to do. Ain't for me, son. Ain't for me. RB, you're excited to play Standard at the LGS this Friday? Well, have a good time. In some places, they're getting enough to fire off at least an 8-man or whatever. But those are, unfortunately, the rarity and not the standard. They had a recipe that worked for a long time quite well. And they just decided to upend it all in the name of short-term profits. And they have been systematically undermining and destroying the health of the game. It's fucking wild. It's absolutely wild. But that's what happens when you have people in charge who only care about how much money they make in the next 3 months. What do you care about a year from now? That's not right now. It's all about right now. Why do you think they released Thunder Junction early? Not to us, but to stores, right? I was talking to my buddy over at the LGS. He's like, that's why the stuff came in early. They literally released the stuff early to distributors so they could put it on the Q1 report and go, we've got banger earnings for this month. And it's like, you literally just pulled earnings that were supposed to be in the second quarter into this first quarter, right? So that's an admission of how badly you fucked up. That's what that is. That's what that is. 100%. 100%. And this Marvel stuff is just going to be... Get a 1/1 Infinity Stone in the gauntlet. Chase after him. Come on for the serialized stuff. It's the best. Don't you want it? Don't you want it? You can have the Hulk and Captain America both tap to crew a spaceship. What a fucking travesty. What a fucking joke, man. Magic used to be like hardcore, high fantasy, good times. And now they're just, what do you want? You want a rubber ducky sequel there? We'll literally whore ourselves out in any way possible. What dumb nonsense do we think anyone will buy? What are the kids doing? Can we do a TikTok dance secret layer? Millmaster, will they double dip the earnings in Q2? I don't think they need to. For Q2, they're going to have Modern Horizons 3. So that's going to give them banger numbers because Modern Horizons 3 is juiced, bro. The cards we've seen in it are crazy. Plus, they're selling 2 tiers of commander decks. They're going to make bank on it. They're going to make bank. 100%. 100%. Burn. I mean, 30th anniversary is worse than Marvel as far as I'm concerned. 30th anniversary was like the biggest slap in the face that they could give to the customer base, where they're just like, we're smarter than you. We're smarter than you, and we have no respect for you. We're going to reprint the reserve list, but we can go, we're not reprinting the reserve list because the reserve list promise says, well, we won't reprint these as official Magic cards. But guess what? These aren't official Magic cards because we gave them gold backs. You can't use them in tournaments or whatever else. So they're not official Magic cards. And we didn't reprint the reserve list. But also, you should totally value this as if it's super expensive. Because look, we sent out Time Twisters and Ancestrals and stuff to big famous people in screw cases. So they'd be like holding pictures of it going, wow, check out this product. It's super premium. Meanwhile, we printed it to garbage quality. Meanwhile, it's a randomized product designed to screw you. Oh, but no. Like, we're not trying to do the reserve list thing. It's just a collector's item. Really? Well, then why are there more Sol Rings and Dual Lands specifically? Why did you change the mix of Dual Lands and Sol Rings and up both of those? If it's a collector's item and people are meant to collect it, or people are meant to have the original alpha/beta draft experience, then why, out of all the cards, if any, would you choose Dual Lands and Sol Rings to increase the incidence of? What's super desirable to Commander players from that? What was it that goes in every Commander deck? Oh yeah, Sol Ring. And what kind of lands are really, really hard for Commander players to get and they all want and are worth a ton of money? Oh yeah, Dual Lands. So it's almost like it's not a collector product at all. And it's a run on the reserve list. And you're trying to milk Commander players and make them pay $250 US a pack. 4 packs for $1,000 US. That blew up in their face so amazingly. They had to backpedal so hard on that, which is what they deserved. And a ton of people sold their collections. And it opened way more people up to proxies because Wizards went, we're making essentially official proxies that are insanely expensive. It certainly shifted my perspective. I just went, oh, wow. So the company that makes the game has just told us that none of this is special. That's a really bad message to send to your core customer base. Like a really bad message. I heard the message loud and clear. So many people sold off their collections that game stores stopped buying. I never saw that before in my life. Not once in Magic's history have I ever seen any game store go, we're not taking anything on our buy list. We're not buy listing right now. I've never seen that. Especially not the, we're not even taking 10-cent bulk. It's like, what? Yeah, we're not even doing 10 or 5 cents a rare anymore. It's like, sorry, what's going on? There was a massive exodus with tons of people selling off their cards, and it choked the game stores to the point where they started going, we don't want to put too much money into this. We don't know how far this is sinking downwards. Like, Wizards did an unmeasurable amount of damage to the game with Magic 30, and they lost a whole bunch of whales and a whole bunch of trust from their players, and it hasn't been reestablished. Yeah, I agree that if Magic 30 had been put out at a fucking reasonable price, people would have loved it. Put it out at the price of regular booster packs, people would have lost their minds. Put it out at like Masters level pricing, people still would have snapped it right up. But nope. You have to pay this insane price because they thought they could get away with it. They're like, we're going to reprint your Ancestrals, your boxes and everything, and we're going to get people to pay tons of money for it, and there's nothing you can do. You can't even sue us. We've skirted the lawsuits and all of it. We win. Wait, nobody's going for it? Buy it, idiots. What's wrong with you? Bro, we told our investors we're going to make a lot of money on this, bro. We've been advertising it for months now. We've been really broadcasting it. Like, oh, watching that blow up in their face was extremely satisfying. The print quality on Magic 30 is just as bad as all the other garbage they've made. The edges are janked. Like, I have it. I opened a box of it. It's garbage. It's complete garbage. Finn, you buy proxies with hot anime women on it? That works. That works, buddy. So yeah, Wizards has made some huge mistakes, but ultimately, yeah, I mean, I don't know where my breaking point is where I just say, okay, I got my cube, I'm not getting anything more ever. Like, I don't need any new cards, I don't need any new proxies, I don't need anything. I don't know, deep down inside, I got a lot of love for Magic. I still play it like every day, so I don't know, man. Jess' membership message says, not counting grocery shopping or going to the convenience store, the only time I leave my house is to play Magic. That's my lame life. Doesn't sound too bad, man. Just chilling out, eating, playing Magic. It's fine for me, man. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely know that more and more it becomes jarringly obvious what a rip-off Magic the Gathering is. When you go into a game store and you can pick up an entire box, like an entire game. Big box, tons of pieces or whatever, like $35-40. The price of like one collector pack. One poorly printed curl foil collector pack that's full of a bunch of jank. And you can get a game that you can play infinitely. You know, like Magic is becoming more and more of a terrible proposition where you're just giving Wizards a whole bunch of money. For what? For what? So yeah, I mean they're still making money at this point, but they've been just doing more and more damage to the game. More and more damage to the game. Meh, whatever. I'm enjoying what I enjoy. I got my cube. I'm fucking got my old school Magic novels that I'm reading and working on the Thran series for Fantasy Geographic. So that's fine by me. And if I ever do reach that breaking point, there's other card games to play. There's other stuff to do. I got a stack of fucking booster boxes of another game right over here off screen that I'm going to do a video on this channel this month, probably. So, yeah. I don't know what the future holds 100%. How does Wizards save the game if they actually wanted to? I mean, they have to they have to go back to making coherent products, right? Have an actual through line story that connects it all together. Like it's pretty telling that Magic has all these worlds and all these characters, and yet there's no TV show, there's no movie, none of it. None of it. They could have it. They need to have somebody in charge of actually keeping track of the story that they listen to, you know what I mean? Who actually goes, okay, no, this stuff contradicts the story. They actually talk to the writers, read the stuff afterwards to make sure that people have the right names. You know, like Akiri in the March of the Machine storyline was called Akira like multiple times. If there was somebody in charge of the lore, they would just be like, there's nobody called Akira in Magic lore. For fuck's sakes, get the name right. You know what I mean? Having novels inside the fat packs was great, but that's not a necessity. They got to focus on proper card quality, balancing the sets, having an easy way for people to get in through standard. Standard as the main gateway to everything was the best way to do it. You have a standard format that is reasonably balanced. Modern can feed off of standard. Commander gets to feed off of all the products. Like, they need to return to form. What they were doing before that worked well and grew the game. Not paying attention to the secondary market and trying to dry hump it constantly with secret layer reprints and putting a whole sheet of reprints in every set and doing double dips on us where they go, buy this secret layer, and they put 4 cards in it and go, oh, well, like, they're going to look at it and go, these are the market values, so we'll get it. And we're also going to reprint this one in the next set so that we can crater the value of it and scrounge it all for ourselves. You know? They completely gutted all of that. They went, we want all of the dollars, and you should basically have to buy all your singles from us for full price, right? It's just skis. It's just skis. Also, not changing Magic card design based on the fact that designs won't work on Arena. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, they would have to, the reason that they won't do that, at least one of them, is that it's a constant deluge of product. So they're just quickly crapping everything out. Like that April Fool's secret layer. For all we know, that was actually originally supposed to be ready for April Fool's, but they couldn't get it ready in time and just went, whoa, guess we'll just put it out as part of the next super drop and be like, hey, April Fool's is a month late. Am I right? April Fool's was before. Oh, well, now that you said it, that's just like if I fucking smacked your mom in the mouth and went, I smacked your mom in the mouth. Yeah, you did that. It's not fucking funny or cute that you acknowledged it, fuckstick. I shit on your carpet. Up and down, lower uppercasing. Okay. No, but I said it. Because I said it and I acknowledged that I did it. Yeah, that's okay, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So yeah, man, I don't even know if they could properly even turn it back into what it was, bro. But what they're doing now is clearly just, it's like a snatch and grab. Let's get the money. Who cares? Who cares? And it genuinely sucks as somebody who enjoys the stories and things making sense, man. I hate it when things don't make sense. It's aggravating. I'm here for your fucking story. Like, in the world building. Like, Magic sets used to be us exploring a new world. That's what it was. Here's a new world. Here's the fucking monsters and stuff that are here. The different spells, all this kind of craziness. And now it's just whatever. What's Thunder Junction? What actually is Thunder Junction? For real. What is the world and what is anything? It's not anything because it doesn't have anything inherent to it. It's literally just a bunch of other elements slapped in from other places. Lazov's here. Okay, what's he doing? A lot. Look at all the wanted posters behind him. He's been all these different people. Okay, can you explain to me why the leader of the Demir Guild, has left Ravnica, when Ravnica is in this tumultuous state after the Phyrexian invasion, and clearly this is a time where the leader of the Demir Guild would be there orchestrating events? Can you tell me what important purpose he has on Thunder Junction? What do you mean? He's just pretending to be a bunch of different people and committing crimes to have wanted posters behind him. Okay, but to what purpose? Every time he commits a crime, he's getting bigger. What is he doing? Is he growing in strength and learning things to take back to Ravnica? Well, this won't have any effect on anything at all, and we're not supposed to take this into account. Like, how is this a standard set? How is this like a main set? How is it not some weird side unset or something? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Thunder Junction is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous nonsense. There's no cool story to tie it all together. There's no reason for anybody to be there. You're just supposed to go, it's a guy I know in a cowboy hat. And they all got finger blasters. It's so fucking cool. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, and then you got the stupid flavor text. Like, you think you own the land because you drew something on a map. You own an idea. People can't own ideas. Shut up, my flavor text is really cool. I'm telling this imaginary person what for. Oh, yeah, so, but the thing is, the world's uninhabited. So, you're acting like, you think you own the land? What about the people who were here first? Oh, nobody was here first. Shut up, you own an idea. And it's just like, so these people are coming to an uninhabited world and starting a life here, and you have a problem with it. Why? Yeah, just because you came to this place where nobody lives and like built a house and a community and you've all built lives for yourself, that doesn't make it okay. And I'm like, is this supposed to resonate with anybody? Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be to read that and think it's cool? Yeah, how cool is that? He's right. You do just own an idea. You can't own an idea, moron. So you're trying to say, you can't own land. You own an idea. No, idiot, I can own land. You can't own an idea. See, I can have land, and I can keep you the fuck off it with my boo-boo-boo-boo, right? But you can have the same idea as me, so I can't own that idea. You absolute fucking troglodyte moron. Like, legitimately. You can't own land. Yeah, actually, that's how like a lot of animals work. They claim territory. So it's nature, bitch. And there's nobody even living here. So you can't have an objection to it. You're fucking stupid. It's idiotic. But the flavor text is written like you're supposed to be like, oh yeah, that's good. That's a good point you're making. That makes sense. You own an idea. None of it makes any sense, man. You got centaurs where they have spurs on the back of their horse legs. And it's like, why? Because cowboys wear spurs. Okay, but do you know why they wear spurs? No. Oh, okay, that explains why you put them on the centaur. Yeah, see, no, that's for fucking horse riding, idiot. Oh. Oh, I guess it's dumb that they're on the centaur's legs, huh? Sure is. Okay, but I put them on sphinxes too. What? Yeah, sphinxes have four legs like horses, so anything with four legs should have spurs on it. Cool. This is so cool. Like, it's a magic world where we all wear cowboy hats and stuff. It's my friend Doug, but he's got a cowboy hat and bajows. Oh. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Thunder Junction is like the dumbest Magic set ever made, hands down. We don't need it to make sense, bro. It's just for Commander chuds. So here's 50. Here's 50 Commander guys. Have fun. We made 50 new Commanders every set. Ethereal Super Chat says, based as usual. Cheers. Well, cheers right back at you. Thanks for the Super Chat, bro. I can't wait to see how much crazier it's gonna get. 2 years from now, where are we even gonna be at? It's gonna be like fucking 50% Universe Beyond. We're gonna have a whole bunch of fucking Marvel cards. So you're gonna have Thor and the Incredible Hulk shaping the meta. Well, I play. What are you playing? Hulk One Ring? What? You know the One Ring from Lord of the Rings? Yeah. I use that in the Incredible Hulk. It's like, sorry, I have to go drink bleach now. Like, Thompson says 2 years from now, Thunder Junction will seem normal. It's probably true. It's probably true. Oh, man. What a world. What a world. You either die hero or live long enough to watch what you love turn to shit. And take it from me, Alfalfa. This is the closest I'll ever get to having one of those douche top knot hairstyles. I'm a samurai. I've got a little goober knob on my head. Oh, God. Some of you guys have been around long enough to remember when I was talking about how much I hated them bringing vehicles into Magic. How much I hated helicopters and cars and trains as well. I'm totally all right with boats, airships, wagons. You know, that kind of stuff as vehicles, fine. But them bringing in cars and stuff like that. And in the video, which isn't available anymore, I remember going, yo, guys, Magic's like, remember, it's high fantasy like Lord of the Rings. Remember in Lord of the Rings when Gandalf drove that tank? And there was a little animated tank that drove by with Gandalf in it. And at that time, there were no tanks in Magic, and there was no Gandalf in Magic. But now, they both exist. The most absurd example that I could come up with at the time is literally in Magic now. It's literally in Magic. Like, I remember when my biggest issue was shit like Fleet Wheel Cruiser, and I'm like, let me get this straight. This is a car that runs in grooves? So it has to be in perfectly flat earth that has grooves in it? So when you summon this up to fight against your opponent, you're on some plane, and it's full of woods and whatever. Does the magic of the car automatically flatten and pave the earth and drive divots into it so the car can ram into them? Beep, beep, get hit by my Jeep. Yo, I'm gonna fucking tap the tape deck. I'm gonna tap the MP3 player that's located in my OnStar in my car to play some R. Kelly. This is the remix to Ignition. So yeah, at this point, the best I can hope for is that they'll just do universes beyond of shit that I actually like. Give me Legend of Zelda. Give me the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? Because there's no chance they're going back to what they were doing before. They don't view that as a profitable method. So yeah, they've got a space set coming next year too. Magic's supposed to be fucking swords and sorcery high fantasy. Not fucking science fiction, not all this other stuff, right? Like the Phyrexians straddles the line in that they're mechanical-esque beings merged with flesh, but it's done magically. So it's like I hate the idea of sci-fi stuff in Magic. I hate Kamigawa Cyberdong 2077. I hate it. What up, Ashmead? So yeah, now it's just watching this dumpster fire and wondering what kind of gasoline they're gonna pour on this bitch next, right? Like, the sad truth is they put no effort into making Thunder Junction make sense, but they put a lot of effort into trying to make cards from the Assassin's Creed set functionally resonant. The same thing with Fallout, the same thing with the Doctor Who, Warhammer. They treat other IPs with respect for their source material, and they refuse to do it with their own properties or create meaningful stories anymore. They expect us to connect with empty garbage about how Jason Vraska can't have a kid and have abducted loot because they had leftover artwork from the Phyrexian War arc. And they're just like, well, we got to use the artwork, so come up with the story. Here you go. Loot's in the vault, and it's Jace can't. He really wants to have a baby. He's telling his mom, I want a little baby to take care of, Mama. But Vraska's womb is barren. Who asked for this? Nobody. 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 Fucking hate loot, man. I fucking hate loot. Burn, that's exactly correct. That's exactly correct. The people in charge of the IPs have specific standards they want met. So Wizards has to fucking they can't just change whatever they want. Like what they do, mainly what they do is just try and pick abilities that work with the actual flavor of their characters. They don't get to just force them into their own new stories and make them do dumb nonsense like some kid playing with toys. They have to respect the actual original story and go with what the IP holders want. They don't hold themselves to the same standard. Let's put these piles of cards back in here. Clayton, you think it's hilarious they have no obligation to their own? I find it tragic, personally. I care more about story and coherency than, I guess, the average Magic player. I don't know. I don't know the exact level, right? Because obviously, if it was super integral to everybody, then Wizards wouldn't be getting away with this level. But there's people who totally don't give a shit. And they're just like, yeah, I don't care. And that's fine. Other people don't have to care. But when you're writing stories, they need to make sense or they're not going to resonate with people. And there's a bunch of people who don't realize that that stuff does matter to them. But they'll feel it when it's gone. They'll feel it when it's gone. Jack, nope, Loot's still imprisoned, buddy. Like I was talking to somebody who's like, I didn't care about the lore at all. Like I never cared about Magic lore, but with what they've done now, I realized that I did actually enjoy and appreciate it. You know, so it's like, it makes a difference. It's nutty that this story is what they thought was going to work with the Aftermath set. The Aftermath sets are meant to be story sets. That's why you can't draft with them. They're to expand on the world and the story. And then you go, okay, so where's the expanding on the world and the story? We don't have to do that. Shut up. Buy the cards. Buy this plushie too while you're at it. Jerk off. All right. Well, it's time for me to get going. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. We shall get back together again soon. The live stream will be loaded up on the archive afterwards. Congratulations, Thompson. You're lower to the board. I believe it's win number 3 for you. So 2 more times. 2 more times, and you will be on the roll of mega glory. Good night, my friends. Have a good one. Peace out for now.